He appears as a man of modest means, waistcoat open, shirt sleeves rolled up and ready to work. In his right hand is his musket, while his left hand rests upon his plow. He represents the citizen soldier who bears arms not as a profession, but in defense of life, liberty, and property. But who were these men? How did they prepare themselves to take on a mighty empire? When the Revolutionary War began, on April 19, 1775, the colonists did not have an army. Instead, they had laws, traditions, and personal responsibilities for military service dating back generations. Ordinary men were required by law to keep arms and to serve part-time in what was called the militia. Often described as ragtag, the militia of Massachusetts Bay was actually quite well organized. All men between the ages of 16 and 60 were required to serve. Town companies were required to gather 6 days each year, 2 days each in April and October for exercise or drill, and 1 day each in May and June for instruction and inspection. Failure to appear when required often carried a hefty fine. Arms and equipment were also specified by law. First was the flintlock musket. The law required each soldier provide himself with a, quote, well-fixed firelock musket, the barrel not less than 3.5 feet long. It was fired by means of a sharp flint striking a piece of hardened steel which produced a spark. The spark would ignite a small amount of gunpowder in the flash pan, which in turn would ignite a larger charge of powder in the barrel, propelling a lead musket ball weighing a little over an ounce. Ammunition was often carried in the form of cartridges, paper tubes that contained the ball and the correct amount of powder. These were kept in a cartridge pouch made of leather and wood. He was also required to have a knapsack, blanket, and a good sword or cutlass. Starting in the early years of the 18th century, bayonets were also mentioned. By 1775, bayonets were the preferred bladed weapon, though many soldiers were still lacking. In 1774, the Massachusetts Provincial Congress, operating with the authority of the legislature, though in defiance of the royal government,